So welcome, I really welcome you again. I can see your passion concerning this class. You are here yesterday, about an hour yesterday, and also you are here again. But I promise you, we are not going to take a lot of time this afternoon because we have done the major part of explanation yesterday. So today, let's go. Let's just do quick lesson and we move on. So we discussed about investment vehicles yesterday. So today we will start with understanding risk tolerance and risk management. So that is where we will start from. Okay. So if you can see my screen, can I see your reaction? You can see my screen. You can see my screen. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That means I can move forward. Okay, let's just move on. We discussed about what is investment. Okay, thank you, Cristiano. Discussed about investment yesterday, so we don't really need to stress ourselves about investment again, and for the fact that this document will be shared to the group so that you can study further anything you do not understand. So let me just give you the reason why you should consider investment before we move forward. The first one is that, as I told you yesterday, if you put your money in a saving account, the bank pays you 2% to keep the money safe. Before you step out of the bank, the ink on a no deal with an entrepreneur charging 80% interest. You see, one thing is that putting your money in bank account is I don't know, the returns is very low. And then in this part of the world, you will see that when you put your money in a bank account, before you knows it, they will be helping you to deduct the money small before the month ends. They will charge card something, 15 naira, stamp duties, a lot of unnecessary bills. That is what they will be charging you. And even if you put your money in the fixed asset in the bank, they can't give you more than 10% interest or 8% interest. So let's leave that one. That means keeping your money in banks is not a really good advice. So okay, another reason why we invest is to stay ahead of inflation. As I told you yesterday, imagine somebody that put his money inside colo, which people call piggy bank, and you that invest your money into something that is working. I remember, you see, I will show you my Bamboo account. When I invested into some of the US stock, the rate of dollar is about 600 naira or 500 naira then. But if you look at the dollar rate today to naira, is about 1.5. You see, that particular one has even given me profit. I don't even need to make much profit on that particular stock I buy, for the fact that I bought dollar around 600 naira, and if I want to sell it back today, I will sell it around 1,005. You see, I'm not affected by the inflation that is eroding the country. You understand? Okay, let me quickly access someone just I want to change this stuff here. Okay. Okay, let's move on. So those are the reasons why we invest. So another reason why we invest our money is to help build wealth over time. As I told you yesterday, you cannot save your money into wealth. You cannot save your money to become rich. The only thing you can do is to invest your money into a sustainable business, a business that will grow over a time. The last reason why we should invest money is to choose a life of freedom. Like me, freedom to choose your life. As you invest and grow your portfolio, you create an alternative source of income. You don't depend on the government to pay you. You see, anybody that depend on the government to help their life financially, they are a joker. They are just playing. It is a dream that will never come true. Government are not there to solve your problem. And if you are not serious about your financial life, you will do the work you do not like. You will enter your house in the time you do not like. You will wake up early in the morning and sleep late in the night only to collect a peanut at the end of the day, and you don't even have freedom over your time. So let's move on. There are three reasons, the three objectives of investing, and you have to understand this one very well before we move forward to the practical level. The first one is capital preservation. What is the objective of investing? Like, why do we even invest? The first one is capital preservation. The second one is capital appreciation. While the third one is income generation. The reason why you want to invest your money is to preserve your capital, to preserve the value of your investment, to make it intact, to secure your money, to send your money somewhere, not to be going where you do not want it to go. That is the objective of investing, so that you can preserve, you can provide safety and security for your capital. The second reason why we invest is capital appreciation, which I will call growth. Because this particular money now, you just don't want the money to be sleeping somewhere else. You don't want the money to be going where you do not plan. So we want it to appreciate, to grow, to increase in a long-term objective, or in a long-term something like that. Yeah. So those people that really want their capital to be appreciated, we call them long-term investor, because these people will just leave their capital there over time so that it can appreciate. That is another objective of investing. The third one, but not the least, is income generation. Every investment, for the fact that you want to preserve your capital, you want your capital to be appreciating, everybody want to make a passive income. This refers to, like, you need to earn regular income from your investment. And one of the best way to earn regular income from your investment, if you not forgot what I taught you yesterday, is through dividend. This particular dividend will be coming in. It will be coming in maybe twice annually or even once annually. So this can serve as passive income that you are using to sustain yourself. Capital preservation, capital appreciation, and income generation. So let's move on. I've explained compound interest to us yesterday. Yes, we talked about all this one yesterday. We talked about stock market, treasury bill yesterday. We talked about fixed income. So we do not need to dwell on this. We talked about equity, which is shares, yesterday. We talked about type of stocks. So whereby we talk about ETFs. If you don't forget, like, ETF is a specific group of investment. So what I'll be showing you today, we talked about mutual fund yesterday, talk about real estate, commodity, talk about alternative investment. So what I'll be before we go practical, let me explain something we call risk to you. I made mention of it, but I told you I would dwell more on it today. You see, there is something we call risk appetite. What Christiana can risk may be different from what Taufik or Emmanuel can risk. There is something we call the risk capacity. For example, now, I personally, I can say, okay, I want to risk 100,000 naira. Okay, I see maybe a business or something. Okay, I say, let me risk. I can risk 100,000 naira. But that 100,000 naira I want to risk. If somebody has 3 months or 2 months salary, you cannot expect that particular person to say that, okay, I can also risk 100,000 naira. So our risk appetite is determined by our total value. If you have 1 million naira, I don't think 100,000 naira is too big to risk. But if you have 100,000 naira, 10,000 naira may be the lowest amount of money you can risk. So you have to determine your risk appetite, and a document will be sent to the group tonight whereby you can use to measure your risk appetite. a link where the document will be sent. You can just assess and evaluate yourself to know where you belong to. Meanwhile, when we are talking about risk, there are about four. Okay, let's just do this one. We have conservative risk appetite. When we're talking about conservative risk appetite, these are the investors with a conservative risk appetite. They prioritize the preservation of capital over returns. Please listen to me very well. So those people that are in the category of conservative risk, they don't care about the profit. Oh. The only thing they care about is their capital. Is their capital secured? Like if they invest 50,000 naira now, they don't want anything to do with that 50,000 naira. It's better for their money to be 52,000 naira in 1 month than for their money to be 48,000 naira. So they prefer to preserve their capital. Conservative risk taker, they love to preserve their capital. They don't want anything to do their capital. This typically prefers investment with lower risk. They don't want to go to high risk investment. They don't want to do high risk investment. They love peace of mind. They don't want to lose their money. And this kind of people, they actually used to invest into government bond. I told you about bond yesterday. That bond, these are considered low risk investment. I told you that they are backed up by government credit. So and their return is fixed. You are sure of the profit you are going to make at the end of the maturity date. If you are investing into bond, you know the profit you are going to take. Another thing they do is that they invest into high quality corporate bond. They know their profit before they invest, and they have that particular date in mind. They don't need to check market update. They don't need to check any indication. They don't need to check maybe a chart is going up or coming down. So they love this kind of investment. Another thing they do is that if they now want to invest into stock market, they will look for a blue chip stocks. Stocks of large, well established company with stable earning and dividend payment. For example, Apple. They love to invest into strong company like Apple, like Facebook, like Tesla. All these institutions that are well established, that they are very strong, that they can close their shop early and they still have value in the years to come. These are the investment they choose to invest into because they don't want high blood pressure for themselves. You are getting me? Conservative risk appetite. Now let's go to the next one. Next one is moderate risk appetite. You see, these are the investors with a moderate risk appetite. They are willing to accept a moderate level of risk in exchange for potentially higher return. They seek a well-balanced capital preservation and growth. So when we are talking about moderate risk appetite, they have two things in mind: to preserve their capital and make it grow, to increase. So this particular kind of people, they love to invest into mutual fund. I defined mutual fund for you yesterday as you gathering your money to give it to professional financial manager or professional fund manager to help you to use that money to make more profit. So these people, they want to take a little risk. They shall want to take a little risk. For the fact that they want to protect their capital, they also want it to grow. Another thing this kind of risk appetite, this kind of risk takers, they do is that they invest into dividend paying stocks of established company with a history of paying dividend may provide moderate risk adjusted returns and combine income generation with potential capital. What they are saying here is that you shall want to take moderate risk, but you want your money to be secured and you also want to make profit. So this moderate risk will now lead you into investing into strong company that are paying dividend, and their dividend has been increasing over years. So you will love to put your money there if you really want to preserve and make a little profit. Though it is still a moderate risk. The risk is not that high, but your capital is preserved and there is high possibility of capital growth. Are you getting it? Conservative are those people that don't want to go through any. Okay, Christiana, you have a question.
Sorry, not a question, but I don't know. I lost yours, like your screen. It's not showing anything on my side.
Okay, let me just stop.
Like it's just showing you are sharing your screen with everyone. I can't see the presentation you are.
Okay, let me stop and reshare.
Okay.
Ah, now you guys are what you guys are saying is let me try to. Can you see now? Okay, okay. So you have missed though, but no walasha. I'll still I'll forward the document. So we are talking about moderate risk. This is moderate risk taker. What they do is that they want to preserve their capital and they want capital growth. So this kind of people invest into dividend paying stocks, as I told you earlier, and in diversified mutual fund. At the end of today's class, I'll be showing you many dividend paying stocks and what is mutual fund is all about. So I will log in my account and show you how they looks like and how to go to invest into them. So we have discussed about conservative risk taker, people that don't have appetite, they don't want to even hear about risk. Moderate risk taker, these people want to preserve their capital and they also want their capital to grow. So let's just go to the another one. This is aggressive risk appetite. I think I am in this group. Aggressive risk appetite. These are the investors with aggressive risk appetite. They are willing to take on significant risk in pursuit of higher returns. They prioritize capital growth over capital preservation and are comfortable with the volatility associated with risk investment. So what happened here is that as an investor, personally as an aggressive risk appetite, what we are after is capital growth. I want to make more money. I don't even care about capital preservation now. Though I don't want to lose my money, nevertheless, I want higher returns. So you go in aggressively. And so there is two ways to this stuff. As you are pursuing higher returns, if the market is not in your favor, you know that you are losing big too. So this kind of people, let's check what they invest into. High growth stock. These are the stocks of companies with high growth potential but also higher volatility. It happens to Wando. Wando is a company that, if you see the way Wando is increasing nowadays, like it is so aggressive. One of my students that I'm helping him to pick stock to invest into, I told him to buy Wando and he has made over 100% in 2 weeks in Wando. I did the analysis before the whole issue of Wando came out, that is making people to invest into that company, and the guy has made 100%, over 100% of his capital. I also bought a little unit of on Oando in my Access Bank, and the growth is really massive. So these people invest high growth stock, but the other side of this high growth stock is that, you know, anything that goes up will come down or stay at a particular level for a very long time. So another stock they invest into is small cap stock of smaller companies. You see, these smaller companies, you have to do your research to discover them. For example, this Transcorp, all these small, there is a stock called Omatech. It's a Nigeria company. I bought that particular stock. It's a very small company. They are producing electronic appliances, and that stock has given me a very massive return. And one thing that happened to all this stock is that, for the fact that they can give you profit, they can also experience loss. That is it when it comes to aggressive investor. So we discover many stocks that are undervalued or underpriced, and we take the advantage to invest in them. All these stocks that are not up to 1 naira per unit sef, there are some using that their price is 0.50 kobo, some is 0.30 kobo per unit, some 1 naira, 2 naira. So if you invest into this kind of small cap stocks and they did well, they increased well, your profit will be something beautiful to behold. So the third things they invest into is sector specific fund. When we are talking about this one, we are talking about maybe they want to invest into a technology stock, healthcare stock, renewable energy stock, or this particular stock that most of my students are investing their money into now. Is it IFE or all these people that are producing battery for cars, all this electronic battery or electric battery? There is a name they call them, maybe EFU or something, I can't remember. So it is a sector, people that are producing lithium battery for electronic cars and so on and so forth. So it's a really sector. It's not that tech sector, but people are investing into that sector because they believe the future is electric cars. So many people are investing into stocks like Tesla and many of them. So those kind of stocks is for aggressive investor. But one thing is that I always advise beginners to be a moderate risk appetite. Don't be greedy, especially if you are just starting. Just stay with moderate risk appetite, whereby you have the mind to protect your capital and also to make profits. So those are the type of risk appetite. And there is something we call risk tolerance. Risk tolerance is the ability and willingness to endure fluctuation in the value of your investment. Let me explain this one for you. For example, you invest 50,000 naira and your 50,000 naira turns to 25,000 naira. Can you be mentally stable? Because one of the things you must learn in the investment journey is that you must be disciplined. There's something we call trade discipline, and you have to be psychologically ready. Some people, when they see their 50,000 naira turns to 25,000 naira, the fear will catch them and they will sell everything. Like, my money is going to turn to zero. So that is what we call risk. You must be able to tolerate any drama the market is bringing for you. For example, right now in my crypto portfolio, crypto have not been smiling well for about a month now. I don't even check it. I just leave it there, say I believe this thing by over time it will increase, because this is not the first time the market will go down. We have been in the market for so long, so we still believe that okay, this thing that is coming down, it will eventually go up. But it is the level of your risk tolerance that will prevent you of not selling when you should not sell. It will not make fear to override you. You understand? So there is something we also call diversification. Diversification is, as I told you yesterday, that you don't invest your money, you don't put your egg in a basket. You don't put all your egg in a basket. for the fact that you can invest into commodity stocks, you can invest into health stocks, you can invest into agricultural stocks. Diversify your money into different sectors and geographical regions. So this can help you to reduce your risk while maximizing your profit. Okay, let's move to the next. I'm trying to bring up the screen. So now, conducting investment research. We are getting to the real business. How do you do your research? Like, how do you do research? I don't know why this thing is not showing on my screen. And anytime I minimize, it will show. Hey, this is where, sha. Okay, just let's follow. I will see to it. See what we can do. All right. So, before you invest, or if you want to invest, what are the things to look out for? Number one, here are some things to look out for. Look out for products doing well in the market. Like, you can check your surroundings, what are the products people are using, and look at the company that is producing that product. You discover those companies. For example, let me look for a product that everybody must use. Palm oil. You know there is a company in Nigeria Stock Exchange that their major work is producing palm oil. We call them Okomu oil. They are one of the most expensive stocks in Nigeria stock market. You see that there is no way oil is day-to-day product. The demand is high. There is no family that doesn't have this red oil in their house. So when you say, okay, what is this company producing? What is their produce? And you study their produce, is something people are demanding for. You are getting to pick a good stock. Another thing is that you look out for changing government policy. What you do here is that you look at, okay, can any government policy affect these particular sectors? For example, CBN just introduced new policy recently that no bank should have less than some billions in their reservation. They must have some certain billions of naira in their reservation, and any bank that does not have that is not qualified to be a bank. You can see that some banks now, they are now trying to join heads together so that they can raise this money. Many banks are even selling their rights issue so that they can raise more funds to be able to stand. There are many government policies that have affected Nigerian banks, and there are other policies that have really helped them. So let's move to look out for changing trends. For example, there are some businesses that the coronavirus pandemic affected. You understand? You know, some businesses, maybe a business that is dealing with maybe there is this particular stock that is all about transportation. I can't remember the name of that particular stock. They deal with transportation. You know that if you invest your money before coronavirus and corona came, you know it's going to affect the company because they will not have more revenue because cars are not really moving as it's supposed to be moving. So you look out for the things that can affect that particular company or that particular stock you want to invest into, and you prepare for anything that is coming. You prepare for the outcome. You understand? Those are the things to check. So now let's go to the question to ask before investing into any company. You know, I told you yesterday that before you invest into any company, you must know what they are producing. You must know how they are making money, and you must know their biggest competitors. So the first thing to look at for that is the company profitable. If not, is at least increasing in revenue in a healthy way. What I mean is that are they making profit in this company? There are many ways to know maybe a company is making profit. There are many ways to know. There are many ways to check, and I'll be showing you those tools that you need to be using to check how they have been making profit over years. So another question to ask is that, is the company growing? You have to look at it years on year as well as quarterly performance. What do I mean by this? In the last 1 month, what is the growth performance of this particular company? In the last 6 months, what is the growth performance of this company? In the last 1 year, in the last year to date, in the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years, how have they been performing? Those are the things to check, and I will be showing you how to do it. So another thing is that, what is the dividend payment history like? There is something we call dividend increase. If they paid 10 naira last year, are they still paying 10 naira this year per unit for your dividend? So we have to study their dividend. Maybe they paid 1 naira last year. This year they are paying 1 naira 15 kobo. They are paying 2 naira this year. That means they are growing. Those are the indicators. Those are the yardstick. Those are the litmus test to know maybe a company is doing well. So another thing to look out is how is the company and its management viewed by investment analysts. You know, there are some people who called investment analysts. These people that write news, they share updates about what is going on in different companies. They have their perspective about particular company, and there is something we call fundamental analysis. That if they announce something in the news like this, market always used to react. Maybe they say the MD of a particular, maybe the MD of MTN, he slept with a woman, another person's wife. Let me tell you, that is going to affect the stock, because people will just pull out of the market, say, the MD of this company, what is meaning of all this? So you have to look at the people that are in the administration of the company of what you want to invest to. One of the reasons why I invested into UBA Bank is because I know the leader, and I know that even him personally and his family, they are even investing into their business. They are buying their stock. UBA, Tolu Elumeru, he and his wife, they have a very large chunk of stock in UBA. So that gives me some kind of something that, okay, this thing for somebody that owns business to be investing back into his business, so it's a good deed for me. Another thing you need to look out for is that, how does the company match up with its competitors? You know, we discussed about Apple and Samsung yesterday. Are they continually competing, or one company is overshadowing another one? So you have to look, okay, what are they really doing? You can't just put your money in a company that you don't understand anything about them. You can even check the high level of their debt books, because some companies like this, the kind of debt they have, they can't pay it finish before you pull out your money. So you have to check their finances, and there are tools to check this. You understand? So the answer to all this and many more basic questions on profitability, quality of management, debt profile, should help you to decide on whether to invest in a company or not. Okay, some of these are just required to have a very fundamental understanding of what to know before you buy a stock. Now, let's go to the practical side. If you can see, this is Yucha application. You can see me. You can see your handle here. Let me go back a little bit. You can see your handle. So look at this particular app. If you open it, maybe I will teach you how to use it, but it's not something difficult. These are US stocks. This is Nigeria stock. But you can see today here. You can see today somewhere here. So this is today analysis, but we are not using today analysis. Let's go to 1 year market analysis. In 1 year, the best performing stock in Nigeria stock market is this particular Julie. You can see Julie in number 1. This Julie is the one that is doing well. Look at the percent, about 1,200%. It has done in 1 year. Okay, let me pick YTD, which means year to date. Like in 1 year's time. Look at the stock that are doing well. No, the number 2 stock is Ferrystack. I recommended this for my community and they bought it then. So let's pick Ferrystack. When you click on Ferrystack, it will open like this. You can see their chart. So now you want to check how this stock has been performing over years. What you do is that you just scroll down, and look at this now. Look at the performing history. In the last 5 years, this particular stock has done 505%. That means if you invest into this stock 5 years ago, you have about 505% profit. You understand? If you invest 3 years ago, you have 426. If you invest 2 years ago, you have 505. If you invest 1 year ago, like this time last year, you have 365% increase on your capital. If you invest 1 week ago, you have 7% increase on your capital. 1 month ago, you have 12% increase on your capital. 3 months ago, you have 112% increase on your capital. That is how to check the performance of stock. This particular stock now is good to go, and that is one of the stock I will recommend for you at the end of this stock, at the end of this class. This is how to check performance. There are many apps, but this is the simple one you can follow. You see now let's go and check another stock. You will see that, you see, in the last 5 years, this particular stock is doing well. Let me go and show you a stock that will make you to think twice. Let's pick Champion. This Champion is a beverages company. They are the one producing alcoholic, something like that. Look at their price performance. If you invest into this stock in the last 5 years, you have 79% increase. But if you invest into this stock in the last 2 years, you are losing 19.79% of your capital. It has not been doing well. It has not been really doing well. But if you invest into this stock last week, in the last 1 week, you have 9% increase on your capital. So this is how to check those prices, how they have been doing, check what is going on, even check their chart. You can change the year to 3 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Look at this chart. It is not a very healthy chart at all. 10 years. That means they are not really growing. So that is how to check it too. There is another thing here. You can check the revenue, the net income of the company, the operating income, and other news you need to know. As I told you, there are many tools we are going to be using. So Yucha is one of them. Personally, I don't buy stock on Yocha. I just use them for market analysis. Let's pick MTN and check MTN. So look at MTN. MTN, if you invest into MTN 5 years ago, you only have 48% on your capital. 48% increase on your capital. But if you invest 1 year ago, you are losing. Like personally, right now, I'm losing on MTN. I bought it over a year ago, but my account is red now because the stock is not doing well. But I still believe they will pick. You understand? So that has been said. This is Yocha. It's very good for your market analysis. The next tools we are going to use is investor.com. Investor.com. Let me quickly go there. I will tap it to the group so that you can see it. Investor.com. I'm trying to locate my tab for investment.com. This is investment.com or nginvesting.com. Just type anything. It's a very complex platform, but it's actually a good tool for market analysis. So when you open investment.com, you click on this search box and you type that particular stock you are looking for. For example, let's use GTCO. GTCO, for example, if you type GTCO, it will load and it will bring GTCO NG for you. It's still loading. Okay, the network is not actually here. GT. Let me even write GT Bank. So it's still loading actually. So but if you pick a stock actually, okay, let me check now. GTCO. Yes, you have seen Guaranteed Trust Holding Company. So if I click on GTCO, the one that has Nigeria logo, you see that it will tell you the price, it will tell you the increase. If you come down a little bit, it will show you it will show you all the things you need to know about this particular stock. It will show you 1 year change. It will show you 52 weeks high. 52 weeks high means that in the last 52 weeks, the highest price of this stock, it will show you. So it will show you previous close. Previous close means that when they are closing market on Thursday, this particular stock closed at this market. You understand? So these are the things we need to study, and as time goes on, the community will get to understand them very well. These are the market cap. The market cap is 980 billion naira. That is market cap of GT Bank. So another thing we need to factor in here, let me show you quickly that one. You can also read news concerning GT Bank. There are many news concerning GT Bank. But before we close, see their chat also. Their chat also is here. Before we close, there is a place we call technical here. If you really want to know the stock people generally, financial analysts are recommending to buy, you come to this technical. So when you come to technical like this, look at this chart, technical indicators. That means the community are recommending that with all their analysis, that GT Bank is still a good sign to invest money into. Now you see strong buy here, you see strong buy. We have technical indicators, we have summary, and we have moving average. Based on the community view, people that have been in the market for a very long time, they are still telling people that they are advising people that most of the things they are calculating based on the information available is that GT Bank is still a good go in. That is why you see strong buy here. If people are selling, you will see strong sell, or you see neutral. People can be neutral about it, but GT Bank is a very good thing to invest into now. You understand? So this is another tool you can use. You see strong buy. Sorry. So it is another tool you can use. You can search for other banks there. Let's look for MTN. We're not MTN for now. Let me guess what will be there. For the fact that it's going down, you know, sometimes when stock prices fell, it is best time to buy. It's not when it is now increasing that you now say okay, you want to buy. So if you check the technical analysis of MTN, you will see that it should be neutral. Neutral means that they are not advising you to sell and they are not advising you to buy. You can just be neutral about it. You can just say okay, for the fact that this particular stock is going down, before it moves up again, let me just buy it and just risk it, because MTN is a really good company, though they have been losing some kind of money recently. They even have strong buy. You see, they are telling people to buy now because this stock has failed and is very sure that it's going to climb back again. So you see now, if you click on weekly analysis, daily analysis, you see that daily analysis is different from monthly analysis. If you click on daily analysis here, you see buy, neutral, neutral. But if you click on monthly analysis, you will see strong sell, sell. The reason why you see it like this, that in the last 1 month, with all the calculation, the stock is not really performing well. But somebody that just came in maybe weekly, the indicator the person will see will be different. But somebody that came in just a day, like you just bought it today or you just want to buy it today, you see that they advise you to buy and they give you neutral advice here and neutral advice here. These are the indicators to check how a particular stock is healthy and is sound, and what people are saying about it, what financial market analysis are saying about this particular stock. Because you may not have the capacity to do the fundamental analysis, but those people that are in the stock community, they have done the analysis. What you need to do is to come here to check what is going on. Maybe it is good for you to buy or not. For example, now let's look at Oando, the one that has been doing marvelously in stock market. Oando PLC. If you check the technical analysis of Oando's, okay, let's check it here. You can see their market cap, all the information you need to know about them, their revenue they are making. So let's check. You see the chart. Let me put it in 1 year chart. So you see their 1 year chart that is even healthy. Look at the growth. The growth is so magnificent. Now let's check their technical information. The technical information, let me change it to monthly. You see strong buy, and strong buy, because in for about 3 weeks or 4 weeks now, the stock has been doing marvelously well. So it is generally advised to buy. Nevertheless, it is left to you to look at the things we discussed earlier to check about particular company. You have to check it. Are they making money? Should they be relevant? Who are their biggest competitor? How have they been doing over 5 years? You understand? So those are the things to check. So let me show you one of my portfolio. I can show you my Afri Invest so that you will not be saying God when. Let me just show you truth. These people are telling me to update. Yes, I will. Let me quickly update. But before then, let me show you my bamboo. Let me show you my bamboo account. I think I have little change there. Bamboo open. People are telling me to update. Okay, let me just quickly update. Let me quickly update them. Let's see this one. It's updated already. Installing. Let me just show you this one so that we can have. Oh yeah. So I have in my portfolio. I told you about Transcorp. I told you you will see my MTN bidding. I don't know, maybe I should show you on this my second phone. I should still wait for this one that is loading till they allow me to end again. So let's see, sign in. So I think I'm logging in my Bamboo. Okay. I can always change my PIN. Anytime you want to log in, you'll be asking you to pick it up. This is my portfolio in my Bamboo. This is my US stock portfolio. This is just $103. So let me show you the stock I have here. I have what is this one? Amazon. I have Conscious, Faki. I have Upwork, and I have Vanguard. This Vanguard group is ETF. You see, we call them SRP ETF. You see, the Vanguard S&P 500 index track the largest 500 companies in the US. It has holding in Apple, Amazon, ExxonMobil, to name few. You understand? So this is what I call ETF. The ETF is something that is comprises of many stock, and you can see their growth in the last 5 years, in the last 1 year, in the last 3 months. That it is really they are doing well. They don't really bring much profit for me, but nevertheless we are still doing fine together. My capital is preserved and I'm experiencing little growth. So today like this, I gain, if you check this plus sign, I have gained $1.66 today, though the market is not that fine, but nevertheless I'm making profit. So if you register Bamboo, you'll be able to buy Nigeria stock also. This is Nigeria stock portfolio. You will see many Nigerians. You see Access, Boa Cement, Dangote, a lot of Nigeria stock here. Meanwhile, one thing is that before you can buy stock on Bamboo, you must deposit about 5,000 naira. But on Truth and Afri Investor 2.0, even if you deposit 500 naira, you buy stock. So, but on this Bamboo, they don't collect anything less than 5k. And if you want to deposit here on this Bamboo, it is very easy. What you need is that you have USD wallet, you have NGN wallet. If you want to buy USD, you want to buy US stock, you deposit. You may deposit into USD wallet, but you can even deposit into your NGN wallet. once you deposit into this NGN wallet, you can transfer it to dollar to buy US stock. But if you want to buy Nigeria stock, just deposit to your NGN wallet. Once you deposit here into NGN wallet, you can use it to buy stock. You can use it to buy stock, you understand? So that is how it works here on Bamboo. Bamboo is very easy, and their charges is not that much. So let's check through where are you. Let's check through so that we can call it a day. So they're asking me to log in again. Welcome to Truth account. This is my portfolio. Now chicken change I have here, that is why I show you. So here now, let me just show you the stock I'm holding. I have about 10 stock here. The first one is Sterling Bank, Fidelity Bank. You see, Sterling Bank has given me, you see this stock is, I think, how much did I even invest? I can't remember. Look at Fidelity Bank. It has given me about 19.52%. Look at Wema Bank. Look at Stanbic. I'm losing on Stanbic. I'm losing about 60.56%. But let me show you the one that are really giving me profit. Look at this JPOT Gold. JPOT Gold has given me 144%. 144%. I invested about 10,000 naira into this stock, and then you see that it's about 26,399 naira. This was the Okomo oil I was talking about. It has given me 37.95% profit. Transcorp Hotel has given me 154% profit on my capital. This is Dangote Sugar, I'm losing money. MTN, I'm losing money. So these are the tips of my portfolio. And these stocks, this Stanley Bank, Fidelity, Wema, Stanbic, Giants Bank, they are in bank sectors. Dangote Sugar is in what we call it food sectors. Okomo Oil is in agricultural sectors. JPOT Gold is in mining and gold sectors. MTN is in telecommunication sectors. So when we talk about diversification, you can diversify into all these sectors. It's also very easy to buy here. So I have videos on buying. I'll send the link to the group so that you can watch how only to buy, so that you will not stress yourself. So if you have any question, this is the best time to ask. If you have a question.
Alright, good evening. So,
Yeah, welcome.
my question is, will I be able to in any way withdraw money from it? Or because I actually thought this stock market is you invest your money, then you want to be able to withdraw for like a year or something like that. That it will have a particular period before you be able to withdraw it at all.
Okay. You see, if you are investing into stock market, you can withdraw anytime. You can sell all this stock now. I can sell them now. I will sell them once it's got proceed. You have your money. But if it is bond, or if it is bond or fixed assets, if you invest into bond right now, you are not going to withdraw your money tomorrow, because they will tell you that maybe it is a 3-month investment, fixed investment, or 1-year investment, and they will show you the particular amount of money they will give you. But when it comes to stock, you can buy stock today and sell tomorrow. But one thing about stock is that, I told you that they used to open by 10 a.m. and close by 2 p.m. So within that time is when you can buy and sell. Anything beyond that time, you cannot sell that day again. You wait till the next morning. If you sell after 2, it will be pending. It will not go. But here now, if you have your stock, if the market open by 10 a.m., you can buy, you can sell, and you can withdraw your money to your bank account instantly. Do you get it?
Yeah. get it again.
Okay. Do you
But
have?
is the app you are using, is it? Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah, like I said, the app, like this bamboo you use, do
Yes.
you use it just on phone,
Yes. Now
or
you
you
use it on your phone now.
can also use it on laptop?
I don't know if there is a laptop version, but you can use it on your phone. You can even log in on their website on your laptop. But I use it on my phone, on my pad.
Yeah, I'm just asking if it's
Just use the. You can use it on your phone conveniently. It should work on laptop, but I use it mainly on phone.
alright.
Okay. Any other question? So in the absence of none, I will send this video to the group and all the sites we need to use for our market research. And and what else? And the 3 stock I promise I will give you guys to buy at the end of this section. So the group will still be active for this month for questions, guidance, and everything you need to know about a stock. So it will be available till the end of this month so that we can continue our discourse and then we know what to do next. So thank you so much for tonight. Thank you so much. Good night. Have a wonderful night.
Good night. Good night, sir.